Alright, so this is for sprint 3, and first I want to show that everything's getting deleted when it comes to the game objects. So I have a print in each of the destructors going from the drawable, updatable, game object, and then the object itself. So if we go here and then we exit out, there should be a total 3 game objects, 1, 2, 3, and then they're correlating derivatives. So alarmable, updatable, drawable, and then the object itself. Alright, and then in my scene, I want to show the registers. So we have registers for each one, and then I have them separated by which one they're supposed to be once we start doing the different friend class structure. And then the scene also has a alarm manager, draw manager, and update manager. So then each one calls their register or deregister depending on the reference given. So then in the updatable, we have the scene registration, scene deregistration, and then protected we have the submit update. Then friend class for the update manager, so then it can have the update. And then we also have pointer to the commands. And then this is the registration, deregistration. Not a lot to look at here. Besides, I do have the reference working. So then also in here for the update, we have the registration broker. So for the registration broker, it has the command list. Well, it doesn't have the command list. It has a list for the command base. And then when we add a command, it'll push through, put on the list, and then every frame will go through the list and execute it. And then this is adding it for the next frame. So while this is executing, this can still happen. And then for like the update deregistration, they'll go get the token, and then it'll do scene deregistration once the scene broker executes it, and then where it's getting deleted. So basically right now it's submits registration when it's being created. This looks a lot like how we did Centipede, and then on its delete inside the deconstructor we have submit deregistration. For the alarm, I have the alarm in my frigate and in the world plane. I'll just show it really quick. Both of them are set to 5 seconds, and I have prints for both of them. So we'll have 2 that go off at the same time, and then frigate will go off again. So they both go off again, and then I have the frigate sets will go after another 5 seconds and keep repeating. So there goes, it repeats again. And then the alarmable, we have a timeline. I made mine into a multi-map. And then it has its process, just like the other managers. And then it also has a reference, register and deregister. And then we go into the alarmable CPP. So I basically think of mine as the whenever you look at the specific alarm and its time, since that's its second part of it, the float, or for the alarmable after it looks at the float, that if it's less than the actual time that Ramen has, trigger it and then erase it, and then if it's not, then you stop continuing the checks in the while loop. And then it's register and deregister, and it goes into, instead of the command base, it goes into the scene registration command, which is here. Which I guess my question is that for the scene, I don't have mine set up like this, but you do, and I guess I'll just ask it in class. Is that for the submit command, or yeah, for the submit command you have scene registration and I just have command base? My question would be why? Because for submit command it has to be for all the commands, and some are from command base and some are from the scene registration command. But yeah, that's everything.